What's poppin', y'all? When it comes to CTE, everybody talks about AB. And Adrian Broner is not who we're talking about, although he might need to be checked for it too, but it's Antonio Brown, the NFL player. But somebody else that might need to get checked is Gervonta Davis, because his life is just getting more and more ruinous as the days go by. And he's still a young guy. He's like, 31 years old? So today, the most recent news came out, which is that he was going to countersue for an incident that happened last year. So last year, to preface all of this all started when there was a Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis fight that was lined up. They were supposed to fight on Netflix. People were very excited about the fight. It was going to be in November, and unfortunately, that fight did not happen. Gervonta Davis, we're talking, this was 2 weeks before that the fight got canceled. And Gervonta Davis even bet $2 million on himself. He bet his whole fight purse, as Jake Paul said.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh, good.
Gervonta, you know I f***ed you. I f***ed you heavy, Gervonta, but I want to side bet you. I got Jake winning.
We already side betted, though.
We already did. What was the bet?
200.
Let's go 250.
Let's go 500.
No, hell no. See, Jake, that's what Jake.
Come on,
wow.
You have to take it, bro.
Jake, y'all are making $50 million for this on Netflix. I can't do it. You split the bet with me, 250, 250.
Easy. Let's make it $1 million.
Whoa.
Let's make it 2.
Jake.
Let's make it 2.
Y'all gonna shake on it? Yeah. Shake on it?
Jake, $1 million.
$2 mil?
2 mil?
2 mil. Let's do
2
it.
mil. Right here, 2. 2 mil. Go ahead.
2 mil. Easy
Can
work,
we get
bro.
a shake?
2 mil?
Can we get a shake?
Oh, they're shaking lefty.
2 mil.
There we go.
Oh my God. Oh my
$2 million.
So Aiden Ross was involved in this specific video where they were having this press conference. Aiden Ross drove to the center. I think it was the Kaseya Center. I don't know if they changed the name now, but it was Aiden Ross and Jake Paul in Jake Paul's Bugatti. They were promoting the fight, and then very soon after, it got canceled. Yeah, on November 1st, it was announced that the fight was canceled because of DV allegations and that they were scrambling to find a new challenger. And Jake Paul, he would tweet this out and say, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account cap. He just said the most vile sin a man can commit, and then he's saying it's the DV thing, but you gave him a platform to make money. Let's not do that now. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture and sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people move forward, look beyond his fake streetwear pieces, swag, and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next as always. And this is where we would get the fighter that would give us probably a way more entertaining fight, which is Jake Paul getting his jaw broken. And that was when he fought Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight. So we got to give some credit to Jake Paul that he wanted to put this fight together so badly that he was willing to get in the ring. Now, some people will be like, well, he made $90 million on that fight or whatever big number he made for that fight. Dude, he got in the fight with a heavyweight champion that's a giant when he was supposed to be the giant in the fight. And his whole training camp was not to face that giant. So what would happen is an incident on October 27th would happen at Tootsie's. Now, Tootsie's is this place in Miami. It's where Drake raps about. It's where all these rappers rap about. Let's keep it a buck, man. This place is a brothel, or it's a funnel to a brothel. It's like a cabaret, strip club, entertainment venue. Some people want to eat wings when there's like hot booty air all around them. But regardless, the reason why I say that it's my opinion that this place is just a brothel is because the richest dudes come in there and they end up quote unquote dating one of the people that works there, and they're spending a ton of money on them and buying them gifts. That's the whole thing. It's not that, oh yeah, you drop some bread and you get to crack. I don't know if it's like that. Never been in there, but it's like the lit place and the rich lit place over there. So what happened is Gervonta Davis was accused of walking in there on camera by Jake Paul and other people, walking in there on camera, dragging a girl out and beating her up in the parking lot. And we were all looking at this like, huh? Because a couple of months earlier, Gervonta Davis was arrested and he got a mugshot for beating up his ex-girl or his baby mama or some situation like that. So he was already doing that, and then he would mess this fight up like that. It didn't make sense. Well, that was the truth, because in January, the police would announce that they were looking for him for the incident in late October.
We are here to address a domestic violence incident involving professional boxer Gervonta Davis, also known as Tank. Out of respect for the victim's rights and privacy, the victim's identity will not be released in accordance with Marcy's law. On October 29, 2025, at approximately 2:15 p.m., the victim entered the Miami Gardens Police Department accompanied by her attorney to report an incident that occurred on October 27, 2025. According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m. while working, the victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her coworkers for safety. The victim further reported that she has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which ended about a month prior to the incident. Lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. At this time, the Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and apprehend Mr. Davis.
So some people are saying, well, why did it take so long if this is the case? Well, just to give you guys another example, like Clavicular, for instance, him and his girlfriend were in some assault situation that happened on live stream, and they didn't arrest them for well over a month. Now, this incident is different because I think the girl was suing him, and then now maybe they're investigating and bringing forth criminal charges, but I don't think he's been arrested for this situation yet, even though this was in January, because I don't remember an arrest in the past couple of months. But just yesterday, it would be announced that he filed a $20 million counter lawsuit against his accuser. It says Tank denies all allegations, saying he never hit or restrained the woman, and says it was a shakedown where she demanded $1.1 million in exchange for everything to go away. He says she wasn't injured, told her employer she was fine, and they stayed together afterwards. He's also accusing her of costing him a major payday against Jake Paul in November. Well, you know who got the footage? And this is the thing. The counter lawsuit came out, and then within hours, TMZ drops the footage, and the footage is the lawyer of presumably the woman, or maybe I think it's the law enforcement, because they could take up those charges if they've got evidence without her even agreeing to it, if they have enough proof. And he shows this.
And here comes the defendant. And you can see he grabs her by the hair and pushes her. That's the first one. You can see he's grabbing her by the hair and pushing her down the stairs. Michael, go to the next one. And you can see her pleading with him. Yeah. And this is down in the garage where he pushes her down the stairs to the garage. And you can see, and here's where she escapes. Michael, go to the last one, please. That was it. Your Honor, you can see what happened. What happened?
So here you can clearly see everything that happened in the event. Now, number one, I will say, this was underwhelming. Now, okay, I'll hold it before people are like, oh man, you're saying DV is underwhelming. Listen, when we heard of this event and the way that Jake Paul described it, you got to keep in mind, what did we see in 2025? Or maybe was it 2024? The years go by quickly now. We saw the Diddy footage and the Cassie footage, right? The Diddy and Cassie footage, that's the anchor I have in my mind. And Diddy was an absolute savage. Like, this guy's dragging her by the hair, flinging her across the hotel lot, not the hotel lobby, but in front of the elevators, and then soccer kicking her with his shin. Like, he wasn't even trying to hit a penalty kick. He was like trying to hit a field goal on football, like he was a kicker or something like that. So when we see that level of brutality, we're thinking, okay, Gervonta Davis is going to be wailing on the chick. And even when we're comparing it to older footage of NBA YoungBoy's incident with his girlfriend in the, like, where he body slams her, or the incident with Famous Dex when he was pounding on his girl, like he was delivering combinations. When we've seen things like that, we're like, okay, so what they're saying about Gervonta Davis is crazy. Here, yeah, he put himself in the situation 100%. Like, the fact that he tries to say that, oh, you know, she screwed this up for him and she was demanding 1.1 million. Yeah, I think it's right for her to demand that. This guy was so stupid. He had a fight in 2 weeks that he walked into an establishment that's one of the most popular establishments as one of the most famous faces in social media at the time and generally a celebrity. And then what he did was he grabbed her by the head, and it's also can be considered, I think, kidnapping, because if you don't let them leave, but there's some other dude behind him, walking behind him, which isn't a good look either. And he's holding her by the hair and pushing her out. But the part where the lawyer says, oh yeah, yeah, she escapes. It seemed like he just let her go because he didn't even try to turn around, chase her, or anything like that. It seemed like some sort of a scare tactic. I don't know, because once he got to the parking lot, she just leaves. And if he didn't want her to leave, she would not have left. Clearly, there's a strength gap here. But this is all on footage. So this is all Gervonta Davis's fault. And I don't want to hear anybody talk about like, man, she foul for doing him like that. They've got a toxic relationship. Dog. It is. What does she have to lose? She is getting up there, shaking behind, doing whatever every single night. She can go back to that. She's not getting fired from her job. You, Gervonta Davis, had a fight on the line, brand deals on the line, and your reputation on the line, and your freedom on the line. For what? For her? Because you got jealous of something that she did? It's 100% Gervonta Davis's fault, and this guy clearly doesn't think. And then him countersuing her for what? What money does she have? She has no money. She only has the money that Gervonta Davis gave her. And for her, the shakedown of 1.1 million, if we're keeping it real, this is one of those situations where you just pay up. This isn't like, oh, this person's trying to accuse me something that, I'm not gonna, like, I cheated on my wife, or like some nonsense, right? Like something that is arguable or that people won't care about. Like, no, everybody saw this. She can put you in jail. Her asking for $1 million, if she agrees to this disappearing, is the best thing he could have done, versus countersuing her and spending a ton of money to what? And then now this gets leaked, which is worse for you, because now that the footage is leaked, yeah, I'm saying like, yo, it's not as bad as Diddy's stuff, but everyone else is looking at this like, damn, she was spin. And this is what I'm thinking as well. If he was willing to do this much on camera, knowing that there's cameras everywhere, security cameras everywhere, imagine what their relationship was like off camera. I'm not assuming that he's a gentle giant. The guy's not a giant. I'm not expecting that the guy's a gentle, small giant, a little giant. No, I'm expecting him to be even more aggressive and probably even worse DV that we haven't seen. And perhaps that's the reason she was trying to get away from the guy. Who knows? Obviously, she's not innocent in this case either, because she's involved with some lunatic like this. But hey, maybe she was trying to get away from him. It's a very dysfunctional thing, like these boxers or like really rich dudes and the women that work in these types of establishments. But this just gives me memories of AB, Adrian Broner, and how this guy was just crashing out, spending money, and then losing the opportunity to make money because of his own poor decision making. And that's what we're seeing here with Gervonta Davis. Like now, the news with this footage completely eclipsed the news of him countersuing her for 20 million, which they probably thought or his legal team was like, yo, this is going to be a good headline. People are going to like this one. Yeah, nobody even saw that headline, really. I had to search for that headline when I was doing research to put this entire thing together. So that just goes to show you, Gervonta Davis is a goof for this. Absolute clown activity, impulsive, stupid, lack of foresight, not even just aggressive, obviously. But this is the thing, like, we're not going to say, yo, he doesn't have hands for men like that, because everybody that we've seen that's doing crazy stuff like this is just a nutball. Like, a nutcase in the head doesn't distinguish. He's just throwing hands with anything. So, yeah, he's clearly throwing hands with guys, too. And I don't know if he's got a fight coming up. I haven't seen that, but this is just... I can't even say this is sad. He did this to himself. I don't feel bad for him, not an ounce, especially with how brazen he was with this. Like, at least a Diddy, right? Diddy was tweaking out too. He was off the drugs, even just thinking of doing that, even without the cameras. But Diddy was like, damn, what have I done? I need to get the cameras and erase this. This guy, and Diddy was in a hotel, which he had a relationship with, clearly, because he was buying up the whole floor. This guy, I don't even think he was a paying customer that night. Dude just waltzes in, and there's witnesses too. This is one of the dumbest things that I've seen, and one of the dumbest attempts at switching the narrative too. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.